Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. And we're here. We're getting ready to do this NBK draft. We're going to talk Knicks along the way. We're going to talk about this whole Jimmy Butler thing. Although I did see in the chat that my man Payback Carter, just said something about the LA Clippers. But we're going to talk about it anyway. So let's rock. What's poppin', Knicks family? We back for another night. You know what I mean? And, we're going to keep it short tonight. We got our NBK draft coming up in about 2 minutes. We're going to start drafting. I got the 16th draft pick, which, whatever. Every single league that I get into, I get some draft pick way down the line. But it's good. We're going to see what's going on with you, with it. You know what I mean? I'm confident I can do something good. We'll see. We got some people already in the Smack Talk chat talking it up a little bit. But I'm glad you guys are joining us. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna talk Knicks. We'll be on for about an hour. We're not gonna show the entire draft because the entire draft would be maybe 2 hours long. So we'll be on for about an hour. And just we're just gonna talk Knicks and have a good time. I know you guys heard about the Jimmy Butler thing. You know what I mean? Jimmy Butler demanded a trade from the Minnesota Timberwolves, and he lists the Knicks. He lists what was it? Brooklyn, I think it said, and the LA Clippers as his preferred destinations. And then I think Payback Carter just said something about maybe him really wanting to go to the Los Angeles Clippers. And if that's the case, then that may quell everything because I'm pretty sure the Clippers are going to jump on it. Probably. I don't know. We'll see. Jimmy Butler, of course, he's not one of those guys that has, he doesn't have a no trade clause. So he can't really demand much. He can't really force his way anywhere. You know what I mean? And, that being said, how much do you want a player that, puts his team, he just got traded. He had the same type of issues in Chicago. A lot of what people, and I just really started thinking about this, you know what I mean? But a lot of what people have been saying is true, right? And it sounds like the draft is here and ready to go. So, first person is on. Chris's team is on deck. Each person has 50 seconds to choose a player. So there we go. But look, look what happened with Chicago. Now what's happening with Minnesota. What are you going to do? And guys are picking. Looks like it's going to get down to me pretty fast. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with the 16th pick, to tell you the truth. Already James is gone, Davis is gone, Harden is gone, and Antetokounmpo is gone. I don't know who I'm getting with the 16th pick. It's gonna be crazy. Anyone that wants to join us in the appearing, if you're here, you want to join in the appearing, jump in. If you want to call in, you can feel free to call in and speak your piece about, Jimmy Butler and all that kind of stuff. Because right now, this is, what Scott Perry, Steve Mills, they what they said about holding on to draft picks and not trading for a player that they can get in free agency or a player that they can get later on. Well, now you're being tested. You're being tested now. Is this really what you meant? You're being tested, so we'll see what's up. We'll see what's going on with it. Looking at the draft right now, I still got a ways to go. Neil Maddock is on deck, and Neil Maddock has yet to draft. And Neil Maddock just took Kevin Durant. I don't even think Neil Maddock is there. Some people are here, some people aren't. Martin's team is up. So here we go. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I guess, I'm pretty, ugh. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll see. Yeah, Anthony Tucker. They're definitely being tested. I expect them to hold true to what they said, though. I do. I expect the Knicks to hold true to what they said, and and wait it out. That's the smart thing to do. Instead of jumping the gun, I think that's the very smart thing to do. And now here I am. I'm up on deck. Let me see. Who do I have available? I don't know who. It's tough. But geez, I think I'm gonna go with Chris Paul. Here we go. So now I gotta wait. I got a little bit of time to go before I get back to it. Fred Wong, you said give up Lee, Lance, and Frank. Look, I don't want to give up Frank. I mean, would I give up Lee and Lance? Yeah, I would. But obviously, that wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? That wouldn't do it. Giving up Lee and Lance wouldn't do it because the Timberwolves they're definitely going to want something. Pick Butler. The Timberwolves are definitely going to want something that's young in return. And my thing is this. I just don't know if Jimmy Butler... Would I trade Tim Hardaway? Yes, I would. But I would still have reservations. I would think hard and long. I wouldn't want to put a draft pick in there. I know I said that the other night, that I would maybe do a 2020. I did say that the other night. But in rethinking my statement, or it really wasn't my statement, it was Who's Mark who brought the, brought up the question. In rethinking my question or my answer to the question, I think that I'd really have to think about it because does Jimmy Butler move the needle in replace of Hardaway? I guess maybe he moves it a little bit and he doesn't do anything for this year but then again you're preparing for Kyrie, and I think I just want to take what we have and try to build with what we have. You're on Live with Nothing But Knicks. Give me 1 second so I can make my draft pick, though. All right. Let me see. What am I gonna do? I got 50 seconds to make my pick. Looks like I might be taking Jimmy Butler because I already took Kyrie Irving. I took Chris Paul because that's who was left for me. So it looks like I might be taking Jimmy Butler. I don't know. I'm scared of Gordon Hayward right now. I don't know what Gordon Hayward is going to do. But he's someone that I am thinking about. But I think right now I'm going to go ahead and take Jimmy Butler. Since he's the next one, I'm going to grab Jimmy Butler. Got 10 seconds. And I took Butler. All right. You're on Live, man. What's popping?
What's going on, Sammy? It's Ryan from the Bronx, man.
I'm chilling, man. How are you?
I'm good. I know that you were on and stuff, which I thought was kind of weird, but I understand because, you have a lot of, big news came out today, and I just noticed you were on your fantasy league, and wanted to ask you, who have you drafted so far?
So far, well, I had the 16th pick, so far I got Chris Paul and Jimmy Butler.
Okay. How many owners?
We got 20.
Okay, that's not a bad pick though. It's not a bad pick.
We got 20.
That's a good backcourt. Can play.
Yeah, decent backcourt.
Too. I don't know what you guys what the point system is on defense and stuff for steals, but that's not a bad two picks, especially for the middle of the end of the round.
But we're gonna be getting. I'm gonna have to really get in there and do some research. Really get my GM hat out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
when you're talking about 16, I got the 16th pick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my GM hat out. That's okay. I'm good with it though. We're gonna have some fun. I got 11 picks left. So what do you think about? What do you think about? What your first? And listen, guys, you can feel free to jump into the video chat. You can feel free to jump into the video chat, so we can chop it up and have discussions. I figured that maybe some guys from the draft would jump in, but we don't have anyone yet. So if you want to jump into the video chat, feel free.
Absolutely, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
When I read about this earlier, I was like, I kind of had mixed feelings about this. You have for a while now, I've been saying, I said this to you a while back, Simeon. I was questioning when I found out both Kyrie Irving and Jimmy Butler wanted to come to New York. I kind of, while everyone was sitting there happy and hip hip hooray, I kind of questioned the motives, and especially. I also was kind of afraid because, like I said, we have the history of trading first-round picks. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because, it wasn't until this morning when I was sitting there looking at all the first-round picks we've traded since 2000, like, it just hit me. Like we traded first-round picks for Eddie Curry, man. Like, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
And that's when I was happier to hear Steve Mills yesterday when he said, we're not trading first-round picks. Now, here's my thing. You have, with Jimmy Butler, I would love to have Butler, assuming he's going to be healthy. And right. Same for Kyrie. But it's not even about the intention at this point, because my thing is he did list the Knicks, which is consistent. Mm-hmm. He also listed the Clippers, which are both huge markets, right. Market teams. And then he also listed the Brooklyn Nets, which is another big market team. So I hope you understand where I'm coming from as far as intention, because no one wants to go to Brooklyn unless they're trying to market themselves or be the guy, because Brooklyn's going to suck next year. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
They
So you're thinking,
mm-hmm.
He's looking
Go ahead, Simeon. Sorry.
Yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. So you think he's looking to market himself? That's where you're at with him.
No, like it's kind of like 50-50. You know what I mean? But maybe that's the other. That's I'm thinking that too. But I'm also thinking maybe he just wants the challenge. Jimmy Butler is that type of person. He if you think about it, from where his career started when he came out of Marquette, he wasn't this guy that he didn't come into this league averaging 20, 25 and 5
right.
or whatever, and 2 steals. He had to work for everything. So if you think about it, his career has been a challenge. So maybe I'm thinking, maybe he wants to he accepts that challenge. He wants to bring respectability back to the New York Knicks, where it belongs. It's the greatest place. It's the mecca of basketball, man.
Okay.
Everyone that watches basketball knows that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, here's my thing. When you have Steve Mills did say he would now trade first-round picks. Now, here's my thing. You also alluded to yesterday that, you hope that he's consistent. He seems like he's being consistent with that. But at the same time, if a deal comes away that blows you away, then you must do it. And this
right.
is what I'm proposing in regards to that. I will be willing to trade a first-round pick for Jimmy Butler if they can take Joakim Noah, Tim Hardaway. You understand? You understand what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. If they'll take Joakim Noah and Tim Hardaway, that's
yes.
Okay, I get that. That's a thought too.
Yep.
That's a thought because then that I hate to give up the first round. I hate to give up the draft pick. You know what I'm saying? I really hate to do that, but I get what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Well, not maybe they could give us a second round pick too, but I will be willing to do that. I would be, because you can't. Maybe like a 2020, not next year's, a 2020 first round pick. Right. You know what I mean? Because next year, because we're expected to hit the lottery again next year.
Yeah.
And I don't want that, to affect us in that way. Yeah. I will trade a 2020 first round pick with Joakim Noah for Butler. That's it. And then you can ship out Courtney Lee and get yourself a nice piece. Okay. Something, even a draft pick. I'll take a second rounder for him. Now, if that happens next year, we will have max money to sign 2 guys, and we will still have a lottery pick next year. I mean, not necessarily a lottery pick, but we will still have a first round pick. Okay. But importantly, we will have our core next year intact.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. We'll see what happens. I mean, it sounds like he's probably going to end up in Los Angeles, but we'll see what happens there. Hey, I'm gonna let you rock because I think maybe some other people want to call in. You can feel free to join. You can feel free to join the chat, the video chat. We have some people already in the video chat, so I'll talk to you later.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you for taking my call. Good luck the rest of the draft.
Yeah, definitely. Peace. In the chat, we got the entertainer. We got Isaiah. What's popping, fellas? What's going on?
What's popping?
Just chilling, man. I'm struggling with this 16th pick. I tell you that.
Hold on, I just got an echo.
What'd you say?
I got an echo on my end.
Oh, you got a little echo. Okay, Isaiah, what's popping with you, man? What's up? I can't hear you, Isaiah. I can't hear you, man. Oh, it's my pick. I'm up, and the pickings are slim already. You know what I mean? But the pickings are very slim. Very, very, very slim. Not sure where I'm gonna go with it. Siobhan Robinson, thank you for the super chat. Said Tim Hardaway Jr. 2021 and Moutier for Butler. Hate giving up that first round pick, but I feel what you're saying. Oh man. This is gonna be a rough one for me, man. This is gonna be a rough one for me, but it is what it is. So I don't know. I took Paul Millsap because I took Paul Millsap because I like Paul Millsap. So everybody doesn't, but I do. I like what he does.
This is the craziest fantasy league I've ever been in.
Yeah.
20 teams. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it was good,
it's cool. I don't mind not having all stars. I like not having all stars on my team. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of stars. I like being able to think my way through. You know what I mean? And figure out who's doing what. Picking up. Finding sleepers and finding people that maybe is gonna have a breakout year and stuff like that.
Isaiah, can you hear me?
Type of thing. Guillermo, I can hear you.
My bad.
I can hear you, Guillermo. For some reason, I think Isaiah is off. We can't hear Isaiah tonight, but we can finally hear you. Let me get to this call, then I'm gonna get to you, Guillermo.
My bad.
You're on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
How's it going, bro?
Y'all can hear me now?
I'm chilling.
Yeah, we can hear you.
How are you?
You got an echo though.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, brother. What's up?
All right, cool. So, talking about Butler, I wouldn't trade any of our, young pieces for him. I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I mean, if we could get him like someone else said for, two, for Noah and Hardaway, which I don't think they would do that. They either want like a first round pick or Frank in the deal. Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't. What is he? 30 years old. He's played a lot of minutes. Thibodeau always plays his guys a lot of minutes.
Hey, give me one second, bro.
Wear and tear on his body.
Hey, give me 1 second. It's my draft, so I'm trying to figure out who I'm gonna draft right now.
Yeah.
Cut you off.
Go ahead, bro.
But you know what I'm gonna do, because I'm a homer and people gonna laugh and say whatever. I'm taking my boy Kevin Knox. There we go.
Nice.
I'm taking my man Kevin Knox, like it or not. I'm with it.
Might as well. I like it.
There we go. I needed that. I wanted to have him. Yeah. So
you gotta have the neck on there, man.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And yeah, I got that man in my starting as my starting small forward because
Who you have so far?
My team is just right now. I got Chris Paul, I got Jimmy Butler, I got Kevin Knox, and I got Paul Millsap.
Yeah, that's solid.
You know, so we'll see what's up. I mean, it's solid if, you know what I mean, like we were really going to hit the floor, but we're playing fantasy, so it's a little bit different in the way you got to do things, you know?
Yeah.
So what's your take on it, man? What's up? Are the Knicks going to stay with their mindset and their philosophy, or do you think they're going to veer off?
I mean, that's what they said at that meeting the other day. We're not trading, any young pieces for players that we could get through free agency. You know what I mean? So I don't think they're going to do it. I'm not giving up anything young, anyone young or draft picks. I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
I'm not trading Frank. I'm not trading, but I'm not trading, none of those guys. Hardaway's the most I'll give. I'll give Hardaway.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. If I look at it like this, like say we trade Hardaway, we get rid of that contract, right? Who knows? Maybe we don't even sign Butler. You know what I'm saying? Like unless it would probably be a sign and trade though, so we probably would. That would probably be part of the deal, right?
Right.
And we sign him.
Right. Okay.
I know there was a report Wojnarowski said the main team he wants to go to is the Clippers. If
a trade were to happen, that could be that. The Knicks would say, we want to make sure that you're going to extend your contract with us or something like that.
I'm sure he would, because this is one of the teams he wants to go. So what would we have to give him? How many years? 4 or 5?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Probably be 4 or 5
I think
years.
I heard it would be 4 for like 88 or something. I heard.
Yeah, it'd be some money, and that's the thing. Is Jimmy Butler the guy you want to put that? Are you ready? Are we ready as a team to commit that kind of money to Jimmy Butler?
Say we could somehow get 2 max contracts, he would be the second guy. He wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't look at him as like, if he was like the main target, I wouldn't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. Hey, man.
If we could get him with a Kyrie or something, or, you know what I mean? Yeah, then I would do it.
Okay. Well, we'll see what's going to happen. It sounds like he's going to go to Los Angeles, so we'll see what's going to happen. Hey, let me, I know we got some other people that want to call in. I want to talk to some of the people that's in the chat. All right. So,
all right, man. Have a good night, bro. Thanks, man.
I appreciate the call. For sure, man. So I'm gonna get to the chat. Bro. All right. Peace, man.
Peace,
chat.
Man.
I'm coming to your chat. You can find out what's going on with you guys, man. I see the Prince got the kids up tonight.
Yeah, she want her milk, and I think she's stealing pop from her mama right now. So it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
All right.
Soda. Soda.
Yeah. Okay.
Sim, you can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Sim, this pick is for you.
Who you take?
Don't tell me Trey Burke.
Who just you took? You took Tim Hardaway. Good. I'm glad you took him, because I was sitting there and I was like, at some point I may have to take Tim Hardaway. I'm glad you took him.
I don't love the guy, but I think he's going to put up points.
Yeah, he's going to put up points. He's going to. I think I got a surprise pick too, but I ain't going to say nothing.
What, Trey Burke? Ain't a surprise.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. See that? Just ruin my whole thing, man. So, Grandma, what's poppin', man? What's going on?
What's good, man? Sorry for not being on for so long, man. Computer issues. Had to get a new computer. Got my wisdom teeth taken out, so I got messed up in the face, everything.
Going through the struggle.
Yeah, man. Tim, this Butler deal, man. I'm not for it, man. The thing with Jimmy Butler is that, look, as an individual talent, I think he's good. I think he's better off going to a real contender. He's coming to a Knicks situation where, look, it's almost probably going to be similar to what they had with the Timberwolves, right? A whole bunch of young players, a young nucleus. They don't have a new coach. They have Tom Thibodeau. But, I think right now the Knicks just need to work on fertile ground. They don't need to bring in, and I hate to say it, but I'll say retreads. But they don't need Jimmy Butler, as good as he is. And this is a guy who's had a few injuries, got nicked up. He's not necessarily what we need, though. He's a great name. He went to the Lakers, or if he went to I don't know, some other contender, fine. But I don't want him messing up. I don't want him messing up the young nucleus we got. I think everything, regards to leadership, right now we have now should be coming from the coach. We don't need any locker room dissension or Jimmy Butler chirping in people's ear or influencing the team to bring in Kyrie if that's not what we want necessarily as a team progresses. I'm not really for the Jimmy Butler thing. And we're giving up draft picks. I think Steve Mills said he's not giving up any first round draft picks. So
right.
No draft picks at all for Jimmy Butler. If they want to if we do this, and I don't want to do it, but if you want to bring in a guy like, say, sell off a guy like Moutier, maybe, sure. But, I wouldn't even touch Tim Hardaway Jr. I wouldn't touch any of those guys. I still think Tim Hardaway, you can still kind of mold him. Moutier, you can definitely mold, but Jimmy Butler, he is what he is, and I don't think he fits his team.
Yeah. And you know what I'm afraid of with the whole thing is, I just seen and big shout out to Siobhan Robinson, who said with the super chat said he was afraid to give $125 million to Jimmy Butler. And that's my same thing. I don't want to give Jimmy Butler $125 million. Not with that.
You need to save that money for KP if you want to resign him. I'd rather do that.
Yeah, I'd rather do that too. You know what I mean? I don't want to give Jimmy Butler $125 million.
Sorry, real quick. Can anyone tell me what team have you seen Jimmy Butler with where he elevated the team to championship level or at least deep playoff run level? Like, when they gave that deal to Chris Paul last year, when you saw him playing game 5, whatever, you're like, you add that with the rest of his career, you're like, okay, you understand why they gave him that money, even if he's a little older or whatnot. But Chris Paul can elevate a team to that next level. Jimmy Butler,
Oh my God!
I haven't really seen it.
The Prince. Where are you, bro?
I'm praying for the trade.
Patrick Ewing is rolling over in his grave right now.
Well, I missed it. What happened? I missed it.
Nah. Do it again, Prince. Do it again. You're so proud of it. Do it again.
The Timberwolves had on. What are you doing?
You Latrell Sprewell, man. Latrell Sprewell right now.
You can't be wearing that on a Knicks.
Hey, I'm waiting for the trade. That's what I'm waiting for. That's all I'm sending.
We about to trade. We about to trade Jazz.
Wait,
yo, Sim.
For? What's up?
This smells like 2010 again.
Yes.
It smells like 2010.
Yeah.
And if people don't realize what I'm talking about, this is, pretty much Melo did the same thing. He wanted to leave New York. He wanted to leave Denver. And we all know how that went, forced to trade. Now, what I know is different is that I believe the Knicks when they said they're not going to do it. And you know what? And I'm big on this. If you don't want to come here and you want to flirt and say, like, to me, the whole thing that I had issues with Melo was, if you want to be a Knick, be a Knick. Don't talk about you want to go to Brooklyn and you're threatening to go to Brooklyn if the Knicks don't get you.
Yep.
Right.
My thing is, if you want to play here, play here. Don't come with the Knicks. Oh, if you don't get me, I'll go to Clippers or the Go.
Well,
I want players that want to be here that
I will
that see the opportunity that we have.
Oh yeah, and listen, I will always defend Carmelo Anthony in that situation as a player.
Sim.
But hold up, 1 second. Let me explain why. I will always defend him because at the point that he was going to be a free agent, wait a minute. Hold up. Let me get my draft on first.
My God.
let me get my draft on first. I don't know.
He's about to pick Moutier right now.
I'm not gonna get Moutier. I can guarantee you that.
He's gonna pick Ron Baker.
I'm not gonna get Moutier. I'm looking for a center. That's what I want to get next, but I don't see anyone that I
You can take Mitchell Robinson. He's probably available.
Hassan Whiteside.
I already took him.
Hassan Whiteside might get traded, man. I don't think the Heat are filling him anymore, man.
Did somebody already take? Someone took DeAndre Ayton. Who took DeAndre Ayton?
That team is gonna be weird.
Jared Jackson is gonna be a beast.
I'm taking Mo Bamba. I like taking.
Whoa. Bye. Mo Bamba is a bust. What are you?
I don't think so.
Did he pick?
I don't think he's.
Did he pick Obama or Mo Bamba?
He said Mo Bamba. He said Mo Bamba. Mo Bamba's gonna be a bust, man.
I don't think so.
I don't think he's going to be a
I like
bust.
Obama.
I don't think it's gonna be a
That's the
bust.
same thing
If he
people were
can
saying
get
about Hashim Tlaib, all these people who are shot blockers
Well, I
in
think
college.
but what's
If he can
different
give
with
me my
Hashim
blocks,
to
I'll
be,
be
I think
good.
Mo Bamba. If you listen to Mo Bamba speak, he's really intelligent.
That's fine. What's this guy's name? Emeka Okafor is very intelligent, and he was an okay player in the NBA. It don't matter if you're intelligent, it matters if you're talented. Yeah, intelligence matters, but intelligence, matters. But
so
I don't like him.
so let me finish what I was saying. Let me finish what I was saying to you, Isaiah. The reason why I always defend Melo in that situation is because they were going into free agency, right? Not only was he going into free agency, but they were going into a lockout. And Melo, I mean, as a player, and if it were me, I would have done the same thing. I mean, I'm not thinking about what the other team is going to do or whatever it is. I'm not thinking about that. What I'm thinking about is what's going to happen with this lockout, and am I going to be able to secure my money? Honestly, and I'm just being honest with you, because at that point, you didn't know what the financial landscape was going to be like after the lockout. Now, it turned out to be not too different, but you didn't know what the financial landscape was going to be, right? And so if you were a free agent and you had a chance to sign an extension so that your money, whatever it is guaranteed and grandfathered in above and beyond the the old salary thing, you know what I mean, then the old salary structure, then I think you have to do that. That's the reason why I would always defend him.
But listen, I'm not gonna argue. But what I'm gonna say is that, all right, I understand getting your money. I will never disagree about getting your money, because every player deserves to get as much money as you can while you can. But my thing is, and this has always been the big difference from him and D Wade. And I know D Wade went through it after the fact, but he sacrificed his money so that he can have a championship team.
And his role.
He sacrificed his role. And this has always been the knock on Melo. And we all know the knock on Melo. He gets his money. And there's nothing wrong with that. But Sim, at the end of the day, sometimes to get a championship, you're not going to get your most money. We all know that. To get a championship, you got to sacrifice. You got to sacrifice to get a championship. Now, I'm not. Again, I will never say Melo don't get his money, but at the same time, what we could have had. I honestly wholeheartedly believe if he never traded, we would have had a legitimate shot of getting a title. Within these years we had Melo.
I mean,
we could have had the real players to get him. We had literally all of these players that we could have traded for the assets that we needed to at least get the players that we would have definitely got Chris Paul. That's almost a fact where we would have got Chris Paul. Man. It's really hard to say, because my thing is Melo. D Wade sacrificed his money to get Chris Bosh and LeBron there, and they won 2 championships.
But you know
I think Melo should have did the same.
You know what though? I mean, you think Melo should have did the same? Melo probably thinks, I want my money because I have goals that are beyond basketball. To each his own. To me, it's to each his own in that aspect. I will never fault the player for not taking less money. But what do we play basketball for? I understand it's part of the money.
For love or for the bread? It's either for the love of the game or for the bread. One of the two.
Different people. It's like different people play basketball for different things. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just can't fault a player for getting their money, because teams are going to capitalize. The team is going to capitalize on their ability to make money off of the player as much as they can. They're going to try to make as much money as they can. And I think that the players have just as much right to try to make as much money as they can.
So can I ask you a question? Just one question and I'm done.
Yeah.
So would you rather get $30 million or would you rather get $20 million at championship?
Me personally?
And a champ.
Me personally, it depends. It depends on what kind of situation I'm in. If I'm hurting for money, I want my 30 million.
Yeah, but if you have 20 million plus a championship, you also have to think about endorsements. You're gonna get endorsements as a champion.
Depending on who you are. Depending on who you are, you may or you may not. Some players don't get a good endorsement. Some players don't. I just will never.
Even Paul George, as dead of a personality is, he gets endorsements. Like,
but you know what the thing though with Melo though?
20 million.
Melo had Jordan. Melo had video games. Melo had brands. His money, the money he was gonna make up on advertisement would easily cover what he was getting. It wasn't like Melo was a second tier star that wasn't getting endorsements.
Right.
He was a big star. He was getting a lot of money doing everything else. And my thing was, again, I'm not trying to. I agree with you with the money thing, but it's also about you got it. Like LeBron and all them sacrificed money. And look at what he did after he got his $1 billion deal from Nike. Right. So it's not like
get that.
You're gonna leave. You're gonna get the money later on somewhere. It's just about sacrificing now so we could get the championship. And after, like my thing is, if Melo would have won a championship in New York, he doesn't have to pay for another thing. As long as he lives in New York, he doesn't have to pay for a thing, and you know that, Sim.
Man,
you don't have to pay for nothing.
But still,
James Dolan would have gave him stock in anything he wanted.
Would have had him in the will.
I'm just out of the mindset. I'm not gonna count another man's money. What another man does or woman does to
me neither. Me neither. I'm not saying, but
I'm not gonna count.
It was just always been the biggest knock on Melo. That's always been the biggest knock on Melo.
Yeah, but I'm just not going to say he should have did this or should have done that, because you don't know. I mean, he has a different mindset. Maybe he may have some other. He has a different mindset. Everyone doesn't play for a championship. And if a person does not play for a championship, it's not up to me to get mad at him. Do I want that person on that team? On my team? Maybe not. But I'm not gonna be mad at that person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be mad at that person because that's that person's own personal. They got their own life goals. You know, I mean, life is so much further than beyond basketball. You know what I mean? His basketball career is going to be over at 38 years old. You got 50 more years to live. You know what I mean?
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Make you straight.
I think the guy to blame here isn't Melo. It's Dolan. I think Dolan forced the trade, and Melo went and got his money. Had they been patient, maybe Melo wouldn't have came here. Maybe he wouldn't have. But they should have never made that trade. But it's not Melo's fault that they made the trade. Melo used his leverage to get here.
We would have been Melo.
You know what it is? It's sad as a Knicks fan because we put so much onus on Melo. But we should be putting the onus on the owner, but we have such a degenerate owner that we actually have to put the onus on the players to actually think ahead and make the decisions like, hey, when I come to the Knicks, who am I going to play with? Versus we should have a owner, a front office, and a coach who all have a plan to say, we're going to ignore Melo because we have a foundation here. And that's what Donnie Walsh, that's what D'Antoni did. That's why they were against the trade. But it was our stupid owner who overrode them and ruined the team. So you're right. You can't get mad at Melo. But as a Knicks fan, it's like, you know, we're stuck because we shouldn't have to depend on Melo. But in that case, we had to because our owner snorts coke and plays banjos.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah. I hear you. What's up, Ron?
Man, I'm so happy you put this thing on tonight. I was saying to myself when I saw that report came across, I said, please let you have this thing up tonight, man. I'm going to tell you, my God, the honest feelings on this thing, man. Everything I'm seeing with Ntilikina, man, makes me against any trade that's involving him. I'm not trading that dude for nobody, man. To look back on how many times have we traded players that went elsewhere and they became a player?
Trevor Ariza,
David Lee, Latrell Sprewell,
Trevor Ariza.
Hold up, let him
Trevor Ariza.
I mean, just go down the list.
Shannon Fry.
Go down the list. I mean, hey, I'm telling you, man, if we trade Ntilikina, we're gonna be sorry in 2 to 3 years. We will be sorry for that because go and get Jimmy Butler. It still ain't no guarantee you're gonna get Kyrie. There still ain't no guarantee.
Oh, I was like, what the hell? You're drinking a fishbowl. I thought you were drinking a fishbowl.
You know what I mean?
Water.
Yeah, I agree with you. You're right.
Ain't no guarantees. I'm not getting, and I appreciate the fact that Mill said, we not giving away no more draft picks and stuff, man. I'm sick and tired of that, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sick and tired of that. Just stick to the plan. Do what we doing. If Jimmy want to come, let Jimmy wait till the end of the season, because that's the best way to do it. We should learn. You know the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. We've been doing this for the longest.
Over 20 years.
We just recovered from that Melo trade. So now you're going to tell me you're going to trade players. And then, mind you, Jimmy just coming off of surgery, too. And he's 27 years old.
Yeah. Okay.
Yo, Prince, I think she wants you, Prince.
I'm not doing that trade. If he want to come, let him wait till the end of the year, man, or he can kick rocks.
Okay.
He can kick rocks.
Agreed.
All right. Hey guys, I'm gonna get to this call. I'm gonna get to this call real quick. And we got Princess the kid.
Yo, Ron Cleveland. Yo, Ron.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I would love to see your son.
Had to cut Isaiah off. You know what I mean?
As long as he don't go in the doggone New England jersey.
Now I gotta go ahead and
Yo, Dolphin, man. Fuck the Dolphins, man.
Hey, look. He don't even know he's still on live. Wow. All right, Cole, you on live? What's popping, man?
Sim, what's good, yo? It's Anthony.
What's popping with you, bro?
You're a Dolphins fan?
I see you guys jumping on my GM skills, man.
They're off to a good start this year.
You know what I mean? I see you guys jumping on my GM skills. Hey, but let me tell you though, I'm the type of person that crafts my team. I had the 16th pick. You know what I mean? It wasn't too much I was going to be able to do. So I'm the type of person that craft my team. When a player starts doing well, I jump on the little waivers and things. I get it going. You know what I'm saying? I get it going.
I told you last night that you were masquerading your enthusiasm for Knox.
Oh, because I picked Knox.
Did I not say that to you last night?
I'm not masquerading, that, right? Man. I just picked the dude. I'm not masquerading. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. I got him as my starting small forward right now.
Exactly. I know, because you really want to tell the world that Knox is dropping 20 a game. I know.
I don't know if he's dropping 20. I don't know if he's dropping 20, but I'm taking my chances on him.
For yourself. But I see everyone is up in arms. How did we go from Jimmy Butler to a referendum on Carmelo Anthony?
I don't even know, man. Look at that. I ran out of time. I'm cool with Fox. We just, you know what Isaiah brought up. I don't know. Isaiah brought up something. He brought up how it kind of looked. You know, everything with Jimmy Butler kind of looked similar to what, you know, when we traded for Melo. Then he, you know, said something about Melo, you know, should not have forced the trade, and it's just, you know, with the situation. You know, I was just explaining how I see in understanding why Melo wanted to get his money no matter what before that. Before they renegotiated the deal. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't know what was going to come afterwards. And I'm just the type of person, I'm never going to, you know, players, I believe, deserve the right to get their money. And they should try to get as much money as they can, because their careers, as far as being in basketball, is short. And the teams, on the other hand, they have the right to they sign a player to a contract. They have the right to, you know, to demand certain things and try to get as much money for their team as they can. You know what I mean? That's, and try to get the best deal that they can. That's just the way that it is, you know. But I never knock a player for getting as much money as they can. That's just me.
And Sim, you were 1,000,000% correct. These are the same fans, and peace to the fans. You know, I love my Knicks fans. I ride with y'all. But these are the same fans that, for some particular reason, because of a first half of a D'Antoni speedball system that got everybody paid. Everybody who's ever played with Mike D'Antoni got paid.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay? Just because of a first half, they fell in love. Wilson Chandler was a good player, but look at Wilson Chandler. Has Wilson Chandler ever played 60 games in a season?
Exactly. Never. I don't know.
Gallinari right. Hurt his back.
Right.
That first training camp with the Knicks, he hurt his back. That first training camp, and he was never right since then.
Yeah.
And everybody else was spare parts. You were talking about Carmelo Anthony in this generation is one of the best scoring small forwards at that time. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Period. And you have Brooklyn sitting right there trying to make a name for themselves, right? And what would have happened if Dolan didn't step in and literally usurped Walsh and pretty much got him up out of there right then and there? He would have turned and went to Brooklyn.
Yeah, he would have. He would have been in Brooklyn.
And the proof in that is what happened when Brooklyn didn't get Carmelo Anthony. They turned right around and got Williams from Utah.
Yeah, right.
When no one saw that deal coming.
Right.
So let the Melo thing rest. You know what I mean? Let Melo thing rest. And just one other thing, I wouldn't do nothing with Jimmy Butler unless he was coming for Courtney Lee and Damon Dotson in the second round pick or something like that. I'm not moving up this team for Jimmy Butler.
Okay.
A man who's destroyed 2 youth movements in the last 3 years.
Yeah. Now I'm with you, and look, I feel you. With Jimmy Butler, and I know a couple of days ago, Mark asked me the question of, would I trade Tim Hardaway Jr., Courtney Lee, in a 2020 pick for Butler? And at the time, I said yes, but then I went and I really started rethinking it.
You would have to be crazy.
And my thing is,
like that.
just looking at Jimmy Butler, and now really looking at when I really thought about it, looking at Chicago started having issues. Now Minnesota, now he's having issues. You know what I mean? Do I want to bring that to the Knicks? Do I want to bring that into what we're trying to build here? Not really. You know what I'm saying? And so,
because the one thing he's shown is that he can't help procure young talent. You see, the young guys he got around Towns and those guys he had in Chicago, it was the same thing. So without us being there, where there's some smoke, there's got to be some kind of fire. How come you can't work on two different coasts, two different organizations? You're having problems with young top tier talent. And I'm gonna let you rock because I know there's other people online saying, good luck with the draft.
Definitely, man. Yeah, I see you guys messing with, you guys, I said it already, but you guys messing with my GM skills. I'm good though. We're gonna be all right.
No. I think I would bust your head open right about now. Once you pick Mo Bamba, I knew you was off the train.
I'm taking a chance, man. I'm taking a chance because it was nobody. I'm taking a chance to see if maybe he could get me some blocks and rebounds. That's all I'm looking for. Blocks and rebounds.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, it's fantasy, so it's a little bit different. You know what I mean? You got to get people that really can do certain things. You know what I mean? So if he can get me some blocks and rebounds, I'm good.
He's got to play 25 to 30 minutes a night to get.
Yeah, we'll see what's up. We'll see what happens. Hey, appreciate the call, man. All right, man.
Peace out, bro.
All right, peace.
All right.
Peace. Yeah, all right. So I'm gonna open these guys up. I'm gonna open these guys up one by one. You know what I mean? Because we started talking over top of each other and everything. So I'm gonna get to Chris, man. Chris, how is your team feeling? How's your team looking right now? What do you think?
You talking to me, Sim?
Yeah.
I think I'm about to take another Nick, so we'll see. But so far, I like my team. I got Curry, I got Tim Hardaway, I got Mike Conley, Otto Porter, Willie Cauley-Stein.
Okay.
I'm trying to see who else. I can't. Like round 8. You got to remember, there's a 20-team league.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And look, I got
Hassan Whiteside, JaVale McGee.
Yeah, I'm okay. I feel okay. I got Chris Paul, I got Jimmy Butler, I got Eric Gordon. I like that I got Eric Gordon where I got him too. I got Kevin Knox, Paul Millsap. I feel like he's gonna give me some points and rebounds. I got Siakam. I like Siakam. I just like him, and I feel like he's on the verge of having a breakout year. I do. I feel like he is. I like that kid. I got Mo Bamba. People laughing at the pick, but like I said, if he can get me rebounds and blocks, that's all I'm looking for.
I like Mo. I mean, you can never tell with a rookie, but I like Mo Bamba. I think he's got a lot of potential.
Exactly. And I accidentally got De'Aaron Fox. I didn't really want to get De'Aaron Fox, but I guess I'm cool with it.
I don't mind Fox. I think he'll get. Yeah, I think he'll get you some points.
Yeah, he'll get me some points. I think he'll get me some points. So now, now we're into the, I got one more center I need to get. We're into utility and the bench. Didn't take that long. We got 20 people. You know what I'm saying? But I put it on 1 minute for each person. You know what I mean? I'm
trying to get your play. Well, I shouldn't say anything. I'm up in 2 picks. I don't want anybody stealing my guy.
Yeah, there you go. Right. If somebody stole my guy because Guillermo let the cat out the bag, you know what I mean? I was gonna take Burke. Because I know Burke is gonna put up some points. I was gonna take
Burke's gonna get you. Yeah, Burke's gonna get you probably 16, 17 points this year. 5, 6, 7 assists probably.
Right. I was gonna get him, but somebody had to.
The one I'm looking at the categories in here, Sim. You don't have 3-pointers.
What'd you say?
Is 3-pointers not a category? It's just points, rebounds, assists, blocks, and steals. There's no 3-pointers.
You know what? I just went with what the standard was with Yahoo. I didn't really go through and say da 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 da. I just went with what the standard was.
Yeah. That hurts me. That hurts me because I got Curry.
Well, he's gonna get you some points though. He's gonna get you.
Of course. Yeah, but the 3-pointers would help.
Yeah, he's gonna get you points. So, so I feel okay. I wish I wouldn't have had the 16th pick, but I'm good.
You got a good team. I mean, you did reach a little bit on Bamba, but I like Bamba. I think Bamba could win Rookie of the Year. Actually, he's not my pick, but I think he could.
Yeah, look, I reached, but sometimes you gotta take a chance, man. Scared money don't make money.
This one's for you, Sam. This one's for you.
Okay. I was trying to save him. I knew it. I had a feeling you was gonna get him. I was trying to save him. I had a feeling he was gonna take him, man. I had a feeling about it. Okay. Okay.
He's gonna get me some steals. He'll get me a couple of assists.
Yeah, he'll get you some. All right, let me get to this next call. Caller, you on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
Yo, what's up, Sam? This is Melvin, man.
What's going on, man? How you feeling?
I'm out, man.
They gotta win the next 2.
Before I got up in there.
Say that.
We got the Texans this week, and then we got the.
Oh, say that again. I'm sorry.
I said I was just calling up, man. I'm on my way to work right now. I'm in the car. Try to get y'all early before I get up in this noisy ass crane.
Yeah, I hear you, man. So what do you think about all this Jimmy Butler stuff? I'm starting to think it's really a moot point because I think he's going to be. Someone said that Woj dropped the bomb and said that he's looking to go to the Clippers. That's his main. That's what he really would like to go.
Right.
What do you think? Do you think the Knicks? You know what? I don't know. I mean, I don't know exactly where I'm at with it. If they did.
The funny thing is, I mentioned something like it last night when I was on the phone about something was going to happen to where they was going to call our bluff. So we have the basically State of Union address, say what we was going to do, and the next day, Butler come out and throw our name in it. Now we got a choice to make now.
Yeah.
Me personally, I've been weighing back and forth, man, and I think I'm going to come down to no. And I say no because I think it's just a name, man. I think Butler's name is bigger than him. And especially for the Knicks type of fan, we still, in the back of our mind, we want to do this youth movement and this and that, and we all right with the growth in the process. But then as soon as something come up, everybody's talking about doing it. So which one is it? Are we really ready to do this? So I think we're saying we ready to do it, but deep down, we just want to hurry up and win. And Butler, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think he's shown that he's a very impatient person. And for what we're doing, the 2 places that he was at, it seems like when things wasn't going the way that he felt they should go, or he thought that it should go, he bailed on them.
Yeah.
So if you come to this team, that's been shit. We've been the most inconsistent franchise the last 20 years. So if you come into us, you really got to have some patience and be down with the game plan.
Right. And that's
I don't know if he willing to do that, or I don't know if he's ready for that.
And that's where, man, that's where I'm a little bit. That's same thing you just said. You know, I was thinking about it the last day. Well, today, you know, just really thinking about it, and I'm just like, you know, he's issues in Chicago, issues in Minnesota. You know, as far as with management and, you know, people saying stuff about, you know, other things with players and stuff. I like what we're doing. You know, we had our round table, you know what I'm saying? I mean, not town hall. We had the town hall, and, you know, we left out of there feeling good. And I want to make sure we continue to leave out. You know, I just want to make sure that we keep that feeling up. It's going. You know, the players are picking up on it. It's building a culture, and I don't want anyone coming in tearing it down, because you know he's gonna come in and, like you said, he's gonna want to win.
Yeah,
now, you know what I mean.
But the weird part is, though, do you do the trade if he brings you Kyrie, though? It's like a package. It's sort of like a package deal. We're not sure, but everybody's been talking about Kyrie Butler. So say we don't do this and Brooklyn gets Butler, and then Kyrie go to Butler. Because everybody, for some, not some strange reason, we're the Knicks. But when people say they want to come to New York, automatically we discount Brooklyn. Everybody discount Brooklyn. That's New York. So when people say they want to come to New York, we just assume they mean the Knicks. We forget about Brooklyn. So if Brooklyn gets Butler, and then Kyrie go to Brooklyn, we are going to be tight. Yeah. So it's a catch-22, man. But I think it is, man. It's hard for me to say this, but I don't think we should. Because say if we do get him, now that means that this is going to be one of our main free agents for the next 4 years, because we're going to double up on him and give him a bigger contract. Do we want to do that with Butler?
You said, do we want to do it with Butler? Do we?
Do we want to do that with Butler? And then the other part is, do we do it if the trade is good? If we could give up, I did the money, Hardaway, Moutier, and a pick would do it, whether it's a second-round pick or a 21st or whatever. That's kind of tempting. If I can get rid of Hardaway and Moutier and a future pick, that's very tempting. But then it's after this year, you're going to double up and give him maybe a 4 or 5 year contract. Do we want to do that with Butler, or do we want to stick to our guns and hopefully these kids show us something, and then other free agents that's better than the ones that we looking at now actually look at us like, yo, you know what? I might want to get to the Knicks. So we might. I don't know, man. It's tricky, man.
It is.
I think we should stick to our guns.
I think we should stick to our guns too. You know what I mean? And like you said, we're being tested right now, but I think we should stick to our guns and just stick with what we're doing and let the chips fall where they may. But I think we should go ahead and just stick with what we're doing. And I think that's the right thing to do. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you a question real quick, and then I'm gonna bounce.
All right.
If it is Hardaway, Moutier, and like a second-round pick or 2 second-round picks, would you do that?
Say that again. If it's who?
If it's Hardaway, Moutier, and say 2 second-round picks or a second-round pick.
Whoo. See, I think I would.
Would you do that?
I think I would do that though. I might do that.
Now, if you do that,
if I'm not really giving up a lot of future, I might do that. But
does that mean that you're willing to double up on Butler 4 or 5 years and give him a max contract?
Now, see, the only thing is this. The only thing is this. Hold on, let me get my. I don't even know who I'm gonna pick, man. I guess I just took whoever. But the only thing is this: if Butler doesn't work, okay, you gave up Tim Hardaway, you gave up Moutier in a second round pick. If Butler doesn't work, then you could choose not to re-sign him.
Oh, well,
you know
right.
And then you have that money free over the summer.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
So that's one thing.
Because I think if that happened, I think I would probably do that. If it was Hardaway, Moutier, and 2 second-round picks or a second-round pick, I might have to do that.
Right.
Other than that, I'm not giving up Frank. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah.
If you are willing to do if you're trying to build a championship team, Frank might not seem favorable to people out here. But if you think about Frank on a championship type team or Frank in the playoffs, why do you think all these people be adding Frank name and trades and all of that? They look into the future with this kid.
Right.
So this regular season and us rebuilding might not be that big with Frank. But you get a Knicks team that's consistently in the playoffs, Frank needs to be there.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
So
yeah, man, it's crazy. We'll see.
I got tomorrow off, man, so I might video chat in tomorrow.
Okay, definitely, man. Yeah, we'll be on. Sky Zoo is supposed to be on tomorrow night.
Damn, you pulled Sky Zoo out there? Where the hell you pulled Sky Zoo from?
Yeah, man. Yeah, Sky Zoo. Yeah. I got in contact with him. He said he was willing. You know what I mean? So we'll see what's up. We'll see what happens.
All right.
Yeah, but
all
right, man. So
man.
I'll talk to you tomorrow night. All right, peace.
All right, later.
All right, let's see what's going on in the chat, man. Let me see what Guillermo is talking about. I see, Guillermo having a nice little conversation over here. All right.
Make the big plays to guys in single coverage, stuff like that. But you need a system for him to do well, because if you watch that Georgia game, man, he didn't look like a top prospect in the second half of that game, bro.
Who we talking about here, guys? Who we talking about here? I'm just joining back in. You know what I mean?
Why you keep making? Oh, Sim.
So what's the conversation here? I'm just joining back in. What's the conversation?
Oh, sorry. We're talking about prospects. We're talking about
quarterback prospects.
Giants and Jets.
Oh, okay. And just let me say, just excuse me to people who are listening in, everyone who's watching. I know, this isn't your usual show. We're really focused on the draft, but of course we're having conversations as we are, we're focused on the fantasy league draft, but we're having conversations as we are doing it. So it's kind of all over the place, but really, we're just a bunch of guys sitting around doing the fantasy draft and talking. You know what I mean? And ladies, if there's ladies in the listening in, so excuse us if it sounds disorganized. Tomorrow we'll be back to our regularly scheduled show, and Sky Zoo will be on tomorrow night. So, hopefully you guys join in. He's supposed to be, the rapper. He's supposed to be on tomorrow night. As long as no business things jump up and get in the way, he should be here. All right, but so you guys skipped and started talking about football then.
Yeah.
Can't hear you. What happened? Who? Okay, let me. Go ahead, man. Yeah, go ahead. You good?
Oh no, we're saying to Chris that the game against Dallas was the first time in my whole life that I said Eli said I think it's time for us to move on from Eli.
You better stop blaming Eli.
No, I never blame. No, Ron, I never blame Eli because Chris knows. I talked about it. Even if it was Sam Darnold, he would have got murdered. That O line is terrible. Yeah. He would have no running back and no O line.
That's where it started. Stop with right there. That offensive line, you're not winning in the NFL.
Yeah.
You're not winning in the trenches. If your offensive line and your defensive line is trash, you're gonna lose more games than you're gonna win.
Yeah, I never blame Eli because of the offensive line, but at the same time, I think it's time to move on because I feel bad for Eli because he gets blamed every game, and not to say he's perfect. He makes mistakes. He checks down sometimes when he shouldn't, when he's got a guy deep. But he always gets the full blame, and a lot of the times he doesn't deserve it because they can't block, and he's not a mobile quarterback. So if you don't have an offensive line that can block for him, he's not going to be successful.
The thing about it too is that when you get an O-line, right? O-lines are not parts of the football team that you can just buy and they just are perfect. You have to actually jump. That's why, even though Cowboys O-line is not as good as it was last year or the years prior, when you draft guys who know how to play together, and you have a center who's calling out the blitzes and everything, making sure the protections are right and everything, you need that gelling. So it's going to take years. It might take years for that line to gel.
You know how jealous I was of the Dallas O-line? I was jealous of it.
Well, Travis Frederick, I can't remember the damn names. Tyron Smith, or whatever, Zach Martin, all those guys. Tyron Smith. I was gonna say Tyron Smith. My bad. Those guys, you have to have an O-line to gel. And the thing about it is that it's not even that Eli sucks. If you're gonna have Eli as your main quarterback, he needs a clean pocket. If you're not going to have a clean pocket, you need a guy who's mobile on the run. So it would have been better to get.
If you could give Eli 10 seconds, for God's sake, 10 seconds.
Give him 3 seconds.
If you're not going to have a guy who's gonna, if you're not going to have an O-line like that, why don't you have plays where you have a tight end staying back, a blocking tight end to sit back and help? Your Giants play calling is so weird. Odell Beckham only operates from a slot now. Operates on slants. That's the only thing I've seen him run. Versus, I would just.
That's when he's most effective.
Yeah, but really, is versus one-on-ones?
Let me tell you something.
He was one-on-one all night. I
was extremely angry that he only got 20 yards. We didn't pay him all that money to get 20 yards.
It wasn't his fault though. They weren't throwing the football.
That's play calling, bro. Because I've seen it with Odell Beckham as a few single coverage, man. Odell Beckham's a guy my bad, bro.
And you cannot throw the ball if you can't block. That offensive line.
Yeah. And here we are. We're talking about the New York Giants. You need to
think about that. The game is won and lost in the trenches. You don't have a good defensive line. You don't have a good offensive line. You're going to lose.
Yeah,
that's a Patrick Mahomes. That boy's on the run, and he's throwing 50 yards.
Oh, man, Patrick Mahomes. That boy's nasty. That boy.
Tariq Hill, he's getting flushed out the pocket.
That's a bad man.
That's a bad.
That is
I'm sorry. Whoa, hold on. You said you can't. Wait, hold on. Ron G, excuse me. Ron G, let me kill your whole thought right now. You said you can't operate. You want to know who's a bad man who has no pocket? Aaron Rodgers, boy. Stop.
No, but he got legs, though. He got legs. Aaron Rodgers has legs.
And I'm glad you joined us. Hopefully you can hear me amongst all the chatter. What's going on, man? They're sitting there arguing about football. We're trying to have an NBA, NBK draft.
Word.
What's going on with you, man? How you feeling?
Not much. I'm just getting in the crib. I didn't know y'all was gonna have the live chat tonight, so I was like, let me tap in. Let me get in. So I'm here though. I'm not in the draft, but I'm here.
Yeah, we do. We're doing it live. Broadcasting the draft. You know what I mean? And I had a 16 draft. My draft has been. You know what? I'm gonna say this though. I haven't had the best draft here, but when I did with NBNY, when we did, we did the draft. I didn't feel like I had a good draft, but I ended up having a pretty good draft. You know what I'm saying? In the end, I guess I did my homework after all. In the end. I'm looking at my team and I'm like, okay, it's not too bad. I lost the first game. I won last week. I'm projected to win this week. That's just projections. You never know what's going to happen. But my team is looking pretty good. So right now, my team I'm on the fence with it, but I'm okay. I'll be cool. I'll make a couple
What's the best draft so far?
Who's got the best team right now?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't even gone down and looked at everybody's teams, man. I just been focusing on what I'm gonna do, who I'm gonna, try to scoop out of here. I don't know who I'm gonna get.
Word.
Next, I'm coming up.
Man, that Jimmy Butler news kind of scared me a little bit and excited me at the same time.
Yeah. So
it shook me up a little bit. I mean, I knew it was the truth, but it kind of opened the door for us to do something stupid. I don't think they will, but the opportunity's there now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little more scary.
Yeah.
I was talking to some people earlier, and I was like, but there's some situations where I wouldn't mind trading for him.
But see,
depending on what we give up.
Right. But see, that's the scary thing, man. You just don't know if the Knicks are going to stick to their guns. This is the time to prove that they're going to stick to their guns. Hopefully they stick to their guns. Because the more that I think about it, the more look. If they did it, I'll rock with it, right? If they did it, I'll just be like, okay, they did it.
Yeah, you gotta go with it.
I'm gonna go with it and support the kid and all of that. But
because like my circumstances for it being acceptable is kind of like far fetched. Like, I don't see why Minnesota would do it.
Yeah.
Like, like we could dump Tim Hardaway and Courtney Lee and like a second round pick, I'd do it. Or if they would take Joakim Noah for some strange reason, I'd do it. But I don't think they do either of those things. So
yeah,
I think we should just fall back and let the Nets get them. Let them go to Brooklyn.
Well, I mean, from what was put in the chat, I guess his number one spot maybe is the Clippers or something like that. And that's cool. Coming from Wojnarowski.
Okay. I don't think Kyrie wants to go there, so I think my only fear with Brooklyn is if he goes to Brooklyn, then Kyrie can get his buddy in New York at the same time without coming to the Knicks. So I don't really want that to happen.
Right.
But
but then well, I mean that could happen. That could happen. We'll see. But you know what? I wouldn't even worry that much about it. You know what I mean? And just kind of stay in our little tunnel and focus on exactly what it is that we want to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just stay in our tunnel and focus on that and not even really worry about it.
Nah. It just caught me way off guard. Like, I wasn't expecting it to heat up that quick.
That quick, right? That quick. All of a sudden, boom. Yeah. He wants out.
I thought we had like 6 months or something.
Yeah, but it had to. It's been brewing, right? It's been brewing. And I'm up on the clock. It had to be. I'm up on the clock. All right, help me out, man. It's really nobody here to get. I'm trying to go deep down and pick people out. I don't know who I want to try to pick out, man. But
is that Corey Joseph I see down there?
Yeah, that's Corey Joseph. I was thinking about Corey Joseph. Trying to look and see if there's anybody that maybe is somebody. I'm staying away from Emmanuel Mudiay.
Mo Harkless could be a sneaky good pickup.
I was thinking about Derrick Rose because
that may be a sneaky good pickup.
He might be. I think I'm going to take him because he can get me some points, maybe.
Yeah, and I think he's going to get some shots this year. And there's no way Jimmy Butler ends up back in Minnesota.
Yeah, right.
Just no way.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That so he may be someone. Hey, let me take this call.
Word.
And I'm gonna get back to you. All right.
Okay.
You're live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
Hey, what's good, Sam? Yo, it's Delano calling out of NC, man, by way of Brooklyn and everything. Salute
what's going
to the
on
chat.
with you, bro?
Salute to everybody in the video chat. What's going on?
I'm chilling, man. How you feeling?
I'm all right. I'm good business. You know what I mean? Here's the situation. This, I heard you earlier. This is not a test for us. This is not a test. Okay. And I'll tell you why. Yesterday's podcast, the situation came up about Courtney Lee, right? The trade scenario situation.
Right.
So this is a perfect opportunity for one to escape the logjam. Here's how we do it. We got Lance Thomas, who's worth $8 million this season, plus $11 million off of the books with Courtney Lee. For Jimmy Butler, who's right now contractually $18.479 million. Right? So that right there eliminates us because that's a $19 million. We already separating $19 million, taking $1 million off the books for next year. We didn't have to give up any of our young players or draft picks along the way because at the end of the day, we're the ones in the driver's seat. We're not demanding the trade. He is. Minnesota can either A, comply with that move, which again will give them assets, or B, they can lose them for nothing.
Right.
I would rather give you the opportunity where you get something back and it's still serviceable. So it's not like we're giving you, you know what I'm saying, yesterday's trash. We're giving you something that you can still use and could benefit to Tibbs' system with Courtney Lee and Lance Thomas. We get back a player that's an all-star level caliber player and one of the attractive offers for Kyrie Irving, if that's what you're looking for in the following season. And we're not giving up anything. This ain't the situation like 2010 where we ended up throwing everything but the kitchen sink at Denver for Carmelo Anthony. You know what I'm saying? And if that doesn't work, we still got another scenario. We still got Tim Hardaway Jr., and we still got players like Ron Baker who got a short money contract, Trey Burke who got a short money contract. And all this does is help us in two situations. One, it clears money for from the books, for us to do more, make more moves, and 2, it helps us with our logjam because we got about 5 shooting guards, about 4 small forwards, so we can eliminate some of that problem immediately just with that one trade.
Now, okay, now I get that. I understand that. I see what you're saying. I think the test is this. I think the test is the Knicks in the town hall. They said we're not going to give up future assets, for a player that we can get that we can get on our own, right? And we're not going to cut short our process. So I think it's a test for him, because he mentioned the Knicks. So now it's like, if they do a trade for him and it's a really good trade, I'm cool with that. But now it's like, the test is, can you stick with your laurels and say, you know what, we're not going to do anything crazy. If we get the kind of deal that we want, okay, maybe. If we don't get the deal that we want, I'm not doing it because maybe we can get him later. If not, we'll have more options later. That's what I mean by being a test. Now, me, the more that I think about it with Jimmy Butler, and the things, I don't know all the inside details of what's happened between Chicago and Minnesota, but I'm not sure if I want to bring that to the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? And then, I just don't know. Now, the one thing is, if you do trade if you trade guaranteed money, like money that's going past 2019, and Jimmy Butler doesn't work out for you, well, now you freed up more cap space for 2019. So, there are some things to think about. I tend to think that the Knicks are going to stick with what they're doing, though.
Yeah, and again, the beautiful thing about it is, he's still under contract. He's got the player option past the season. So if he does pan out, if the trade does go through and he does pan out, like I said, you created 2 situations in the positive. One, you've kind of freed up the logjam because now you still got Trier on the books. You still got Hardaway Jr., who you still don't know if is a starter or not. But now if you bring in Butler's a starter. He may not move the needle from, lottery to contention, but he's a serviceable piece. You know what I'm saying? He's a good corner piece going forward, at least. You know what I'm saying? Even if it is for 2 years, you still cleared up something for 2 years where you're not looking at, okay, well, we got this guy, but questions, you know what I'm saying, as far as whether or not he'll pan out for us. One thing about Jimmy Butler, he's a good player. The locker room situation is why I've always said, and I've been on record saying, I don't want him if it's going to cost us our future. I'm not doing what the Nets did and mortgaging my future for something that's more immediate because his name is ringing bells in the all-star level.
Right. Okay.
But I'm looking at it again, like I said, contractually, and that's what I'm looking at too, even with everything from free agency and everything going forward. Contractually, he doesn't hurt us. It actually helps us because our problem is we got too many players at the same position. And again, Jimmy Butler's one of them guys he's 6'7", 230 pounds, something like that. Mm-hmm. So again, we can switch him to the 3 spot, no problem. And we can move Knox to the 4 without having to worry about, okay, well, who we going to put there that can play defense? Because Hazonia's problem has been you don't know what you're getting on a night-to-night basis with him defensively. Butler, you've never heard anything like that. Matter of fact, when Butler got drafted, he was drafted based off of his defense.
Yeah.
It's just that his offense ended up getting picked up later on, you know what I'm saying, in his career. So, again, looking at it from that aspect, we're actually in a good position. As far as the other options like the Brooklyn Nets and the Clippers, okay, there's no assets for real there. Who can you offer up on any of those teams, not only contractually, but talent-wise, and you can sit there and say, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I feel you, man. We'll see. We'll see what happens with it. Hopefully, I mean, I would think that this is gonna end by the time the season starts. Let's just say that it's gonna end by the time the season starts.
Of course.
You know what I mean? If I'm Minnesota, I'm gonna tell him, you stay home, because I want to get this done, as soon as possible. You know what I mean? Of course, I want it to be a good trade for the team, but you don't want to go into training camp with this.
¿Qué pasa, guys? What's up?
And another thing too to think about. You can't just look at it from Butler's standpoint. You also looking at it from Cat's standpoint. Cat hasn't signed his extension yet, and it was basically riding off the situation with Butler. He said basically, I'm not signing an extension unless we get this Butler situation handled.
Right.
So whatever you decide to do puts you in a position, because imagine losing both of them because you didn't move fast enough. And you get nothing back at all. You know what I'm saying? This puts us in the driver's seat that we've never been in before and took advantage of. And I have to go back to 2010 because a lot of people, blame the wrong person. This is not Melo's fault. And I'm going to give y'all some insider information. Melo had a conversation, a quote-unquote private conversation with Spike Lee.
Okay.
Saying that he was all in his upcoming free agency to come to the Knicks.
Okay.
He demanded his trade August 28th, 2010. So after the whole Heatles situation with Miami and all that stuff is when he decided he wanted to let it be known that he wanted to go to, explore his free agency.
Right.
Donnie Walsh got information about that conversation, of course, because Spike he's a Knicks fan. So yeah, he ran to the people that could get the information to Donnie Walsh, someone who could do something about it. That's exactly why we haven't even made a move in regards to making a Melo trade that season. Because again, he's been saying he demanded a trade from August, so we could have made something happen September 3rd of 2010. We could have had something at that point. We didn't do nothing because we already knew he was coming.
Okay.
James Dolan jumped the gun because he started hearing the rumblings of the opportunity for the Lakers and Chicago to try to snatch him up, and that he might consider signing the extension then. But of course, that's just talk. You're gonna say that for the media. You know what I mean? You're not gonna sit there and throw all your chips in this one basket and then say, "Oh, well, never mind. I'm good. I'm gonna go this way." Nah, you already committed. You've been committed. You know what I'm saying? And had verbal conversations with people that were in the Knicks organization. But the problem is, you know how that goes. You can't give that insider information out to the public because now you get fined. You get in trouble behind that.
Right.
So James Dolan was the one who orchestrated that trade because Donnie Walsh, not only with him clearing up cap space, was in a position where he could have got Melo in the free agency and also CP3, which is another information that people didn't know about. At Amari's wedding, they were already discussing teaming up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we could have had Melo and Chris Paul in Knicks uniforms at 2011.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I mean, we could have, and the team, the organization made a lot of mistakes, and hopefully, hopefully we turn it around. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens from there. But hey, my man, I'm gonna let you rock because I know some other people want to call in, and we're coming down, basically to the end. We finished up the draft, so I thank you for calling in. I appreciate the call. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and good pickups too. Knox was a good pickup.
Yeah. A couple of my players. We'll see what's going to happen. We got a whole season to go. I see New York Nightmares. Says sorry. Sorry, Sam said. I guess it's because you're doing the show and this at the same time. I'm not worried, New York Nightmares. I'm gonna be all right. But hey, appreciate the call, bro.
No doubt. All right,
peace, man. Later. Yeah. Listen, you know what I mean? We're doing I'm doing the draft, doing the best that I can. I see CP the artist is like, telling me that I'm not because my team is 20th. That's all right. That's all. This is preseason stuff. You know what I'm saying? So look, here you go, right there. My team is 20th. my team is ranked 20th. You know what I mean? I won't be ranked 20th by the time we get to the end of the season, though. I can guarantee you that. I guess this is the team ranked based on 2017-18 averages, projected stats. My team is 20th, but that's all projections. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be straight. You got to remember, I got a couple players in there that have no projections at all. So, you know what I mean? A couple of my players don't have projections because they're rookies. But we'll be good. I'll be all right. You know what I mean? I'll be all right. So this is the projection. You guys can follow along. You know what I mean? You guys can follow along and check out and see how we're doing. And listen, I'm in like three other ones. We got three other drafts coming up. You know what I'm saying? We got 3 other drafts coming up, and I'm in all 3 of them. So it should be fun. My man said I'm the Isaiah Thomas of fantasy GMs. That's what I'm talking about. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna make some moves and we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make some moves and we're gonna make it happen. All right. So this is what we're gonna do, man. We're down to the end. I'm glad you guys jumped in and joined us for a short little show. As we talked about Jimmy Butler, of course, and we got let me see, where's the entertainer? The entertainer is 5th. Looking good. He's 5th. So, that's what's up. We'll see what happens. Hey, you know what? When I was I think I was ranked last in my NBNY football league too. You know what I mean? But we came back and we doing some things. You know what I mean? And so far having a pretty good season. Even though it's just 2 games in, but so far having a pretty good season, right? But I'm gonna bring the chat over. I'm gonna let you guys get some last words in. I don't know what you guys are having conversations about, but we're gonna bring the show down to a close, man, because the thing is over. The draft is over. We're gonna bring it down to a close. I'm glad people joined in. Again, I just want to apologize to anyone who joined us new and it looked like it was crazy and disorganized. It might have been because this isn't the normal show. We're doing the draft, so we're just kind of talking and having a good time. You guys joined us, so I appreciate it. And you guys can follow, you guys can follow the draft. If you go on nothingbutnicks.com, then you can follow and see, what's going on with who's ranked what and, who won this game or that game. And of course, we'll update it on the show. All right. So let me go ahead and talk to some of these guys in here. Isaiah, I'm going to start with you. Hopefully you're listening. Isaiah, what's popping, bro?
You know what's crazy? Sam, I just want to shout out. I want to shout out to my boy, the entertainer, Chris. He's by far one of my favorite people to talk sports with. That boy, if y'all don't follow that boy, y'all bugging. He talks sports better than anybody. That's the Italian stallion right there.
That's what's up.
My final words though, let's keep the course going. Let's not fall up to 2010 again. And let's keep doing, because if Jimmy, like I said before, if Jimmy wants to be here, he'll be here. If he don't, then that's fine. We move on to the next person. But let's keep the course. Let's keep our picks, and let's keep doing what we're doing. Shout out to the chat. Everybody, go follow Sim. Go follow Chris. Y'all do your thing, and peace out.
All right, bro. Have a good one, Isaiah. Peace, right, man. Later.
Yes, sir.
And let's see what we get to. My man, Ron Cleveland, man. What's up? Oh. There we go. What's up, Ron? What's poppin' with you, bro?
What up, Sam?
I'm chilling, man. Pretty good. Feel pretty good, man.
I ain't get a chance to ask you how you feel about this talk with Jimmy B, man.
I mean, well, I'm definitely not giving up Ntilikina. And I do not want to give up Frank Ntilikina. Listen, I'm not all in on bringing Jimmy Butler here, based on, I've been kind of on the fence, but, just looking at, Chicago, Minnesota, I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to bring, if we were at a point where we're like, you know what, he might help us contend, then maybe, right? But looking at where we are, I just don't want to ruin what we're building as far as culture.
Sam, I knew you would feel the way I do, man. And I saw that recent report today, man, when I looked, before this whole thing came out about Jimmy Butler wanting to be traded I saw the article where they talked about how Neil Keenan done put on 15 to 20 pounds of muscle, and he didn't gain an inch and a half. And I'm like, okay, I love what I'm seeing.
Right.
His dedication to the game. This off season, you got some of these clowns who don't come back in training camp in basketball shape, and they got to play themselves in the shape. I always hate that because that let me know you're not professional. I don't trade Neil Keenan for nobody. I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't trade him for nobody. And in the days of us doing that kind of mess, man, where we trading picks and trading players, I'm done with that, man. We've got burned. Every time we've done that, we've gotten burned. We just recently got out from that cloud from the Melo trade. You know what I mean? I'm done with that, and I agree with them guys, man. We don't trade nobody. Hey, send Tim Hardaway, send Moutier, send Noah, send whoever else you want to send, Baker, but we ain't sending Neil Keenan. And I would slap fire out of Tibbs if he asked for Neil Keenan. I would slap him. You crazy. And with that, hey, one love, man. The Knicks,
all right, man.
We are back. You heard me?
Peace, man. Have a good one. Said he gonna smack fire out of him. All right, Prince, I'm on you, bro. What's up, man?
Hey, man. Me personally, man, I think, like I said, if it ain't got nothing to do with Lee or Noah, I don't want to have nothing to do with that trade with Jimmy Butler. I really don't want him on our team at all. Trade, free agency, or nothing. Outside of that, hey, shout out to chat. See y'all tomorrow. Sim, good luck. Entertainer, hey man, you got a squad on the low. I'm not hating. Well, hey Sim, I like your pick to a Knox, man. So you know I'm riding with you too.
Listen. Let me tell you the truth. My squad is right now we some garbage. I ain't even gonna front. We some doodle right now. You know what I mean?
Hey, free agency, that free agent. The waiver wire.
Yeah, that waiver wire. I'm gonna play that waiver wire. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna pay attention to what's going on, and that's how I'm gonna structure my team. And by the playoff time, hopefully, we be ready, ripping to go.
Make a trade or two. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make a trade or two.
We'll see what happens, but it is what it is. My team is. I'm ranked 20th out of 20 right now. But I got a couple guys that, of course, haven't seen the floor, so we don't know what their projection is like. But I'm ranked 20th out of 20th. 20 out of 20. But I'm repping my squad, though, so it is what it is. All right, man. Have a good one, man. Take care of those kids, man.
Peace.
Right, peace. Guillermo, coming to you, man. It's been a long time since you've been on. I'm glad you're back.
Yeah, man. I have a beautiful new computer too, man.
Nice.
Whatever. I'm sorry about that. No to Jimmy Butler. Like I said, man, this year is all about building the culture, developing players. This guy comes in. Fizdale says that he can improve guys finishing at the rim. I want to see that with Moutier. I want to see that with Tim Hardaway Jr. I want to see that with Frank. We do not need to bring in guys who, despite how talented they may seem, are on the higher end of age. They've yet to prove that they're winners with the teams that they've been on. Jimmy Butler, was on a talented but underachieving team with the Timberwolves. And, you have guys like Wiggins and Karl-Anthony Towns, and, he couldn't elevate their play. I've seen it before where other guys like Billups or Chris Paul, Jason Kidd, they've elevated the play of guys around him, and this guy hasn't. So, no, I'm not trying to bring this guy who is also a locker room cancer into a group full of young guys who are impressionable and trying to rebuild. So, no to Jimmy Butler. I hope we develop Frank Ntilikina. I will say one thing, Sim. I was watching your show with you and the dude from Jet Central and Chris. Mm-hmm. Would you guys ever think about having, because I know you guys are trying to take calls and stuff, but we had a pretty live chat here about football. So I was just wondering if you'd ever open up the chat room for anybody who wants to talk about football, and then kind of do something similar with that show.
Yeah. Right now, we're just trying to grow it and kind of get our handle on exactly, how it's going to go. But we definitely will. Yeah. We definitely.
Yeah, man. See, I'm sorry, my bad.
Yep. So we're just trying to get a handle on exactly how everything works out with it, but we will.
Yeah, but I like that show too, man. But keep doing your thing, man. Salute to the chat room. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man.
Appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
Peace.
Peace. All right, let me see. Let me get the Chris, cause Nate. I mean Chris. Let me get the Ant, cause Nate just came in, so I'm gonna give Nate a chance to say something. Ant, what's going on, man?
What's up, man? I came in late tonight, but they were talking football when I came in. That ain't my forte. So okay. I kind of was quiet because in basketball conversation, none of these guys can see me. Yeah. They can't see me. But listen, I wouldn't mind Jimmy Butler under the right circumstances. I think he's kind of misunderstood at this point. I don't think that word locker room cancer is thrown around so loosely. Mm-hmm. He's not a locker room cancer. I ask everybody all the time in Chicago and Minnesota, can you point out to me where he was wrong with his critiques? He wasn't, right? Okay. But, I challenge people to take away the names, right, and think of it this way. If you can unload a Tim Hardaway Jr. contract or a Joakim Noah contract and only give up a second-round pick for an expiring contract, you do that. Regardless of the name, I don't care if it's DJ Augustine, you do it, right? So under the right circumstances, I do it. Under the wrong circumstances, I don't want anybody if it's going to give up our assets, So I think we should stay focused, and if the Timberwolves want to be stupid, let them be stupid. But don't close your eyes and plug your ears like, no, Jimmy. No, if they want to be stupid, let them be stupid. And proud on their stupidness, like everyone has done to the Knicks for like the last 20 years. So that's my take.
All right, man. Hey, are you in any of these drafts? Are you in any of these leagues?
Nah, man. I fell asleep at the wheel. I don't know why I was procrastinating.
Yeah, get in any of them. All right, that's cool, man. We might. I don't know if I'm gonna do another one because we already got 4 of them, and I can't.
It won't be fair, Seth. It won't be fair. They don't want me in one of those leagues. Man. It's not gonna be fair. My basketball acumen, my knowledge of the game.
All right.
I need a job with an NBA franchise.
No doubt. All right, man. I'm gonna let you rock. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Definitely.
All right. Peace. Nate.
What's up, Sim?
What's up with you, man?
Oh, man, I just got back from vacation, man. I was in Vegas.
Nice. You was all right.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. I missed a couple of shows, man, but I was there in spirit, so.
Okay. All right. So what's going on with you, man? How you feeling?
I've been pretty good, man. Just reading up on this Jimmy Butler nonsense. I mean, I like him as a player. I think he could be an addition to this team, but he's on the wrong side of 25. He's got bad knees. Apparently, he's got some issues with some coaching. Mm-hmm. And I'm like with the other guys. We got a young core here. I don't want to mess up that chemistry. I mean, right now, Fizdale's the leader. We don't need any egos on this team. I think that the leader is going to be Fizdale until one of these leaders emerge in the season or something like that. So I think Jimmy Butler could only, make it hard, because he is going to want to be the guy as long as KP's not going to be here.
Yeah.
And like I said, I mean, the only way I would even consider trading this, and I know it's not going to happen, but is if they took Noah and Hardaway in the same deal. I mean, maybe throw in Lee, maybe throw in a second-round pick, throw in Moutier. I mean, you could throw the whole kitchen sink except for the 4 pillars, which are Mitchell, Knox, Ntilikina, and KP. You don't touch any of those 4 guys. Everybody else, I throw whatever they want there with Noah and Hardaway. That's the only way I make that trade. Okay. Is if they say we'll take Noah's contract and we'll take Hardaway and then whatever else, if they want a second-round pick and some other players, that's the way I'll do it.
All right. We'll see what happens. I don't think I don't think he's going to end up in New York. But,
I mean, truthfully, we don't have the assets. If none of our 4 guys are
I think we have the assets. It's just not assets. I think we have the assets to get them if we really wanted them.
Not including our 4 guys.
No, I'm saying
I'm not talking about.
No, I mean, I think if you wanted them, you have the assets. It's just, do you want to trade those guys? But I think we have. I think we have a lot of assets that that we could.
Yeah, but I'm talking about not even touching those 4. Those 4 are untouchable in my opinion.
Right. If you don't trade those guys and you don't want to trade those guys, of course, then then outside of those guys, you don't have the assets outside of them. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think this. I'm hoping this regime has some more common sense to realize that, this is going to be a long year. We're going to take our bumps. but we have the right young players in play. We have them right and the right contracts and all that to really, make this a bright future. And we don't need to take our chances on, like I said, a guy who's on the other side of 25 and with bad knees. I mean, because we might take Kyrie on. Who knows? I mean, we're going to have a bad knee team.
Yeah. Okay, man. Hey, I appreciate it, man. And hopefully I see you tomorrow night.
Yeah. What's going on? Did you come on early or what?
The draft. We had our
draft.
fantasy league draft. Yeah. Fantasy league draft.
Okay, yeah. I'm not on the draft, but I'll probably watch.
No, tomorrow. Tomorrow's the regular time, 10:30.
Oh.
Tonight's Wednesday. We usually not on tonight, so
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was like, man, am I tripping or something? Okay.
Yeah. We had the draft tonight, so.
Yeah, sorry, man. I'm getting used to the whole Central Time Zone, man. I was in the West Coast, so I was 2 hours behind. I couldn't catch the shows, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
But hey, I want to say shout out to the entertainer. Thanks for the kind words on the chat, man. I don't know if you ever read the chat, man, but they blow me up on that chat in a negative way, man. So, entertainer, throw me some good feelings. Yeah. So I appreciate that.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right. Well, then we'll see you mañana. Y'all have a good night.
Come on, man.
Take it easy, guys. Later.
Entertainer. What's going on with you, man?
Before I get started on how good of a draft I had, I want to give a nice shout out to Isaiah. Every time Isaiah's on, whether he's on your show, he was on Knicks Fan TV, he always gives me a nice shout out. So I just want to give him a nice shout out. I can't wait to meet him opening night. And Nate, to me, is one of the smartest people in your chat.
Yeah, he is. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Man.
I had a great time talking to everybody tonight.
Yeah, you had a great draft. Yeah, I didn't.
I got the Knicks back. I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I didn't. I got had a ugly draft, I guess. I'm cool though. I'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, if you want Neil Aquina, just let me know.
I'm gonna see what I'm doing first. I'm gonna see what I got first. See what happens with my team first. You know what I mean?
But speaking about the Butler trade, because everybody seems to be talking about that. I wouldn't give up any pieces for him. I would give up Hardaway. Like a sign and trade type thing. You get rid of his contract and you bring in Butler. That's the only circumstance I would do it. No draft pick. I'm not giving up any of the big four. But if it's Hardaway, maybe a second round pick. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna just wait and see. See what happens. You know what I mean? See what happens.
Yeah.
Man, looking at my team, man, I have Chris Paul. I got Jimmy Butler. I got Eric Gordon, Kevin Knox, Paul Millsap. Siakam, Mo Bamba. I got Davis Bertans. I think he slept on. I think that guy, I wasn't necessarily looking to draft him. I was going to get somebody else, but he may be okay. He may be able to get me some rebounds and stuff. De'Aaron Fox. I took Rodney Hood really purposely because looking at Cleveland's situation, he was a guy that I think that they should have used more last year. And if they decide to use him this year, he might be able to get some points for me. I got Wilson Chandler. I think Derrick Rose with this whole Jimmy Butler situation, Derrick Rose could end up being a guy that gets some points. And
he's just going to get hurt, though.
Yeah, probably, but I'm hoping that maybe he can have a bounce back and average 16, 17 points a game. And then I didn't want to get Mike Muscala. I was talking to somebody, but it is what it is. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I like a lot of the Cleveland guys. I wanted Kevin Love. Somebody jumped on him. Yeah. I got Tristan Thompson, and I think there was one other guy I wanted, but I didn't get him.
Yeah.
Oh, I got J.R. Smith, who's probably my least favorite player in the NBA, but I think he's gonna have a pretty good year.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing with Cleveland, man. You don't know who's gonna be able to step up. Who's gonna step up this year and do something, and. With LeBron out, Rodney Hood may be a guy that could step in there. I'm hoping he is.
I think he could be a 15, 16 point guy.
Yeah. And one thing I don't think everybody understands though about when you play fantasy, especially fantasy basketball, it's not just about, the name of that player. It's about what kind of things can they give you as far as blocks, assists, and rebounds. Some people I don't think understand that. You know what I'm saying? They're just like, oh, you picked up that guy, but maybe that guy gives you 10 rebounds a game. You never know.
Yeah, the thing that's interesting about fantasy basketball, it's almost like you have to structure your team it's not like football where you get the best players. You want to set your team up a certain way. Yeah. So you might want to get a bunch of guys that get blocks or a bunch of guys that get steals. Yep. So it's more strategy.
It's very different. And you got to be on it with fantasy basketball too, because games are like every night. You really got to be on it to know who's playing and what it is. You got to be on it, man.
Yeah, I know you always work the waiver wire. You always say that.
Yeah, I do. I in every league that I've ever been in, and I've won a couple of Super Bowls. One Super Bowl, not a couple. I've won one Super Bowl, and I've been in the Super Bowl one other time. I really started playing fantasy football maybe 4 years ago, and so far I've been into Super Bowls. Won one, lost one. I made the playoffs one year. Last year I didn't make the playoffs with the league that I'm in. But every year that I've made the Super Bowl, every year I've had the same strategy. I try to find rookies that people aren't really paying attention to, because everyone usually goes with the big names that they know. So I try to find rookies that people don't pay attention to. And then I play that waiver wire. I look at the waiver wire so hard and just watch. And I try to watch players that, people don't expect they're going to do well. And then all of a sudden they're having a breakout year. And I try to watch those guys. Same thing with basketball. I try to watch for those guys. And then I'm the first one. As soon as I see a player drop 25, 30 points, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
Who has them? Nobody has them? I'm putting a waiver wire in for that. Or I see somebody gets hurt and they go out for 3 weeks, because everyone doesn't really pay attention. So I see someone gets hurt, I'll go pick them up and drop somebody real quick. And then when people are looking for that guy, when he's finally on the radar, they're like, oh, he hasn't. So that's the way I've always done it, and I'll employ the same strategy here. Try it. We'll see what happens.
Basketball is always injuries. You can always find situational guys.
Yeah.
But I had a great time. I had a great time talking to everybody in the chat, getting to know everybody a little bit. Guillermo's a smart guy. Guillermo knows his football.
Yeah, That guy's. I think he was born to be an analyst.
Yeah, he's a smart guy. And Ron, I didn't know Ron was a Dolphin fan.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, he's very high on his Dolphins.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it was fun, and so we got 3 more of these.
You got 3 more?
3 more of them. There's another. I really didn't want to I didn't want to be in all of them. The problem is, since I started them, I had to be in it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there's another free league, and then there's 2 paid leagues. There's 2 cash leagues. Now the cash leagues, you best believe I'm going to be studying and I'm gonna be ready. Right?
You're not gonna be taking Mo Bamba in the 4th round or whatever you took him.
Yeah, it depends. We'll see what happens, but probably not. You know what I'm saying? I got these free leagues. I'll test out. I'll see what's going on with these free leagues. But the cash leagues, I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be ready to go. I'm not gonna lose my money that easy.
But I'm really looking forward to opening night. It's only like a month away now, right?
Yeah,
not even.
Opening night is it's a month away, October 17th. But
I'm really looking forward to that. I hope a bunch of people come. I don't know who's coming from the chat, but I'm sure 10, 15 people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people coming from the chat. We got like 55 people all together, so it's gonna be fun. And then I'm working on November 4th, Washington D.C. I was supposed to send that list out, the wait list, send the email out to the wait list. I was supposed to send that out yesterday or last night. I didn't get a chance to, but I'm going to send it out tonight. And then also for Martin Luther King Day, I'm going to get a list together for that, so I can get people on the list and then start taking money, because we've got to book these suites as soon as we can, so someone doesn't swoop them out.
Is that going to be at the Garden, the MLK?
MLK is at the Garden versus OKC.
I'll be there for that.
Yep. So that's what I'm trying to get to. And Sean Rock Mayers, he said, is there room in the cash league? One of the cash leagues is filled. Another cash league, there is room. I tell you what, in the first cash league, not everyone has paid. And then in the second cash league, I think there may be enough room. But I tell you what, if you go on the website, nothingbutnicks.com, you go on the website, there's a link there, and you'll be able to go on and check out, to see, check out the leagues, to see if there's room. All right. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Hopefully Sky Zoo comes through tomorrow. That should be fun. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm going to, go get these lists out.
Yeah, I actually missed the show last night. I saw the new Predator movie.
Yeah, how was it?
It was all right. It was what I expected. A lot of action.
Yeah.
It was fun.
All right, cool. All right, man. Well, I'm going to head up out of here.
Yeah, man. It was nice talking to you. Nice talking to everybody in the chat. And as always, cheers.
Definitely. Talk to you later, man. Peace.
All right, Sam.
All right. New York Knicks family, I thank you guys for jumping on with us as we had our fantasy draft. You can check it out. You can go to nothingbutnicks.com, and if there's room in the one of those cash leagues, join it. Be on the lookout tomorrow night. Sky Zoo should be on the show with us tomorrow night. I want you guys to go check out. If you go to my page, check out. I just put out a video with this. Is something new, something fun. It's a cartoon, a Knicks cartoon comic strip. So if you get a chance, check that out. And maybe I'll show you a little clip of it real quick, just so just so you can see what it is. But it should be, I'm working on, hopefully, we develop some themes with it and be able to have some fun with it. But it is just a little comic strip, and it's not long. It's like 3 minutes long. So if you guys get a chance to go to the site, check it out. I'm gonna let you see it real quick. Just a quick glimpse of it as I mess around with these screens, and I have the wrong. There we go. All right, quick little comic strip. So if you get a chance, check it out. Throw me some feedback. Let me know what you think about it. You know what I'm saying? And we could talk about it. So I'm gonna pause it right there. And I don't want to show the whole thing because I want you guys to go check it out. But anyway, have a good night. I will talk to you guys later tomorrow night, 10:30, and be easy. Peace. Have a good day at work tomorrow too.